you really know nothing about nothing if you haven't traveled.
That is a fact. And baby, I want to know all the things. So travel me, baby, across the world.
Dead ass.
1, 2, 3.
It all started with real talk, unfiltered, honest, and straight from the heart. Since then, we've gone on to become Webby Award-winning podcasters and New York Times best-selling authors.
Deadass was more than a podcast for us. It was about our growth. A place where we could be vulnerable, be raw.
Pause. But most importantly, be us.
But as we know, life keeps evolving, and so do we. And through it all, one thing has never changed.
This is Ellis Ever After. Dead ass.
Because we got a lot to talk about.
So, quick story time, all right? Khadeen and I went to Dubai last year.
Yes, for my birthday, last December.
And
Where to this year?
It was a stressful trip, in part because you hear all of these things from people about things you have to be concerned about when you go to Dubai, right? Don't kiss your partner, don't hold hands, don't stand next to each other, don't take no marijuana, don't drink no alcohol, don't be loud. It was like a whole bunch of don'ts right. When you get there, stand in a straight line. And the minute we land in Dubai, it was nothing like anything anyone told us about.
Absolutely not. Coolest place. As long as you have decorum and you conduct yourself like
facts.
A law-abiding citizen, right? Because I'm sure there's a place for people who don't follow the rules.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But even that place doesn't even exist like it exists here.
Oh, yeah.
But what it just taught me in those moments, and we'll talk a little bit about it when we come back, but what it taught me, too, was to never listen to people who've never traveled about what the world is.
Absolutely.
Everything we think we know about the rest of the world, we've learned through the American gaze, and you can't trust it.
Sure can't.
Son, do you understand how hype I would be if I started fire from nothing on an island by myself? You couldn't tell me nothing. I'll be hype as hell. I just created fire from nothing. I am man. Would you love me if I could make fire from nothing?
I would love you regardless. But that would be
No, that was easy to say. You were supposed to say, baby, I would love you more because you can make fire. That's what you were supposed to say.
Okay, baby, I love you more than you do. Fun.
But now I don't believe it because you only said it.
Desire.
No, you said it after I said you're supposed to say it. So, no, don't. You just ruined the moment. That's why I'm not starting no fires,
Baby, and you burned me up within your flame.
I did not burn you. Shit.
Well, you the one starting fires.
I said I would start a fire, but now you talking about some man. You know how hard it is to impress a woman now and then? I said, yo, I started a fire with my bare hands, baby, nothing. She said, huh? It's messed up, yo. You can't do nothing these days, yo.
Fire maker.
See how she doing me, Tyler? Be your own wife sometimes, bro, you know?
Yeah.
What you eating now? What you eating now?
Karaoke time. I had a really good song, prepared, but I felt like something else took time. Well, can I sing my song anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Fancy cars, the women and the caviar.
Sing it, hoes.
You know who we are. We're pimping all over the world. All them hoes.
Fancy car, the women and the caviar.
I done traveled all over the world, baby. I've been seeing some things.
Women in the...
Come on, Luda and Bobby V.
When did Mike
Shout out.
I don't know. It just became a Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. Y'all know I love Michael Jackson.
But what trumps that? Who wants to take it away?
Darling, hold my hands.
Nothing beats a Jet to You holiday.
And right now, you can save 50 pounds
per person.
That's 200 pounds off a family of four.
Yes, that was so great.
I can't wait for y'all to share your Jet 2 holiday travel experiences with us. But let's take a quick break, and we are going to come back with Op or No Op. So stick around, y'all. BRB.
87.
Right, I'm 180. This is my first time being 180. You tripping.
This what happens when
you was an actor. You gotta stay in shape.
You an athlete.
The
What kind of...
love this little gut right here.
No, they don't. They lie to you. They don't. Why do you?
So give me like this.
Yo, at 21,
Give me like
I
this.
never had no body fat. So I didn't have body fat until I had kids.
Damn.
Disrespecting the temple. And your arms are smaller than mine.
Never do.
No, they might be a little
Yeah, exactly. Pushing that iron.
You weaker than me too. You not stronger than me. How much you bench?
That's my weakest one.
See?
225?
225?
Yeah.
I did.
How much you doing that for?
I was 225. I did that 16 times when I was your age. I could do that right now 10 times. How many times you do it?
Twice. Alright. Alright, so what I got?
41-inch vertical, standing vertical. 10-6 broad jump. 428 40.
10-6.
Yes, 10-6 broad jump. I was out here like this, see? Camera can't even keep up.
Chill. I'm nice with it.
See?
I'm nice with it. I'm nice with it.
Camera was
Yeah.
See, this is...
All right, and we're back. So yeah, babe, you want to do op or no op first, and then we can jump into the story so we can segue us into travel. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to pivot real quick and throw it to Tribble with op or no op for this episode. What we got, girl?
Okay, so I think Devale somebody sent this video in the group chat about white vacationers. Van Jones recently made this video, and this was the most poignant piece of information I've ever received. But he was talking about Travis Kelce being the latest of the white vacationers, which is just like a white celebrity who got famous off of their like blackfish thing. So Travis Kelce was wearing his fade. He had a bunch of black girlfriends. He had the chain, the lingo, the black scent, everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And now he's
the oils.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Van Jones was saying after they do this, vacation in blackness, then they go back to their white selves and then they get super rich. So now Travis Kelce is about to marry Taylor Swift, richest white woman on the planet. Some other famous white vacationers he mentioned were Post Malone, obviously, Miley Cyrus,
who after coming to our side made some comments like that music isn't good for us or something like that.
Yeah, Post
Miley
Malone
Cyrus
said
and
the
Post
same
Malone.
thing. They both did, yeah. And then Justin Bieber, who is a common flip-flopper. He's on.
I'm about to say, he's
on a yearly
or is
vacation.
He comes back like consistently.
He a timeshare.
He got timeshare. He got timeshare. Okay.
Timeshare is crazy.
Okay.
So he's invested in some way.
Okay.
Okay.
So all of those celebrities, they came up, really a lot after they got done with their black culture vacation. So op or no op about these white vacationers?
Got op. It's been happening a long time.
Yeah.
Start with Elvis.
Wow.
Right? Let's be honest. He came in and stole rock and roll, stole the hip, stole the moves, sat down, listened to blues artists tell their stories, got engulfed in the culture, then went back and then just became Elvis. And then was like, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And all he did was just take our culture and not duplicate it and replicate it.
Or put his twist on
So
it.
this has been going on. Like this is
a long time.
American history.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking of vacation in Jamaica, I was there recently in Portland area, and I saw Diplo's spot that he has out there.
Who?
Yeah, we passed it, and I was trying to find a way to jump the gate or get in. Because have you seen the spread of the place that he loves Jamaica so much? And I think it was in
Diplo.
He's a DJ.
Yeah,
DJ.
he's a DJ, and he built this oasis in Portland that was
He's white?
insane. Yes.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely insane. And I was
So he did the
literally
same
at
thing?
his gate.
My bad. He did the same thing.
Yeah, essentially.
I don't know the DJ. I'm asking like.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
he
he's
came-
in his circles, but I just heard vacation and I heard white people, and I was like, yo,
You
it
see,
just
I'm
made
trying to
me
make the
think.
correlation.
Yeah, I'm like-
I realized it had
Nah.
nothing
It was
to
a
do with
hard cut.
Nah.
And I didn't realize you didn't know that. It was a hard cut to
I was
something
like, that's
else.
what I said. Speaking of vacation in Jamaica, it
And I
had
looked
nothing to do
up,
with
I'm
what y'all
like,
talking about.
oh, we're talking about
it
Jamaica.
just made
Vacation
me
is
think.
vacation in America. I mean,
Listen.
in Jamaica.
I saw it on
Was it Arch
Yeah.
Digest?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I was talking about the literal white people and black people vacations. And his place is insane. I wanted so bad to jump
had
that
me-
gate. I was with the realtor out there. Come on, baby. You faster than that normally. You faster than that.
Nah, I don't know
But
who Diplo is.
Oh, you didn't know who? Yeah,
So I was
he's a
just-
very famous DJ.
Oh.
But yeah, he has this spot out in Jamaica in Portland, y'all. I was like, this is
place-
insane. Like, I get why y'all come over here and y'all want to stay. For real. But, that was a sidetrack. Sorry, y'all. Just
All
got
right,
excited.
so back
Go
to
ahead,
Travis.
Jack. Back on track. Back on track.
I'm be honest with you. I thought it was an actual vacation. Like, I didn't think I thought it was on vacation with Taylor. Like, I don't have an op. I don't really care about his relationship. But I didn't think dude was too black to be staying with.
His fade was too tight.
We know
of course.
Ex-girl,
I'm
right?
a football guy. I know.
Right.
She's ex-girl. He with Taylor.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell he's staying with Taylor. But he did. And can you really blame him? Like, the amount of cash Taylor must have. I mean, I'm calling banks over there, baby.
True.
I don't care. I'm over there with the polo on.
I feel you.
I am him.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel you.
he switched up his hair. He don't got the buzz cut no more.
Now he had a stash now. He actually got it.
Yeah.
It's a
He don't got
handlebar
no goatee
joint?
no more.
He got
It's
a
not a
whole
goatee.
stash.
It's
Yeah.
a trooper.
He's a
Yeah.
trooper stash.
He got a trooper
The trooper
stash.
stash.
He
is
completely
crazy.
changed his look, which is crazy. But I mean, people go through things.
Mhm.
Like, we know. Nah, we don't go through things. I don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
I really don't get it. I don't get it. In fact, the only reason why I say I don't get it for people who despise us so much,
Mm-hmm.
right? To always come over here, emulate what we do, and then go back over here and speak about, like, Miley Cyrus's comments and what's the other, Post Malone's comments really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, out of pocket.
Because you came here and built your whole aura off of us, and then afterwards to go back and talk bad about the culture you built your aura off of, I feel a way about it.
Yeah.
I do. I really, really do, and that bothers me.
Travis
really
didn't talk
does.
about us.
Huh?
Travis didn't talk about us.
That's why I didn't mention him.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about in general, the whole idea that you could take from
Mhm.
a people, but then that's why I brought up Elvis.
I agree.
Because, I mean, Elvis built his whole legacy off of stealing.
They
Like,
all
literally
built everything
stealing.
off of us. They all built
And they
everything off of us.
purposely do it. They know it. They knowingly do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's where the white vacationer thing even comes from, is because they know we got the sauce and they trying to be somebody. They trying to get their own sauce, but they got to come do what we do because that's how they learn how to have a personality, I
See,
guess.
That's the thing that bothers me too. When something that was inherently ours gets named theirs. For example, I think it was Kim K had the cornrows and they called them the Kim rolls or something at one point. And I was like,
Oh,
are we
yeah,
really
yeah.
renaming? Or even the Travis
What did they
Kelce.
call them again?
A
Yeah.
fade in the beard is called the Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Since when?
Yeah.
I've had that
Crazy.
since 2019.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
They're not
the thing that
inventors of
bothers me.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like you just take it. You
Yeah.
don't
They
even
Columbus
give
in
no
it.
credence to it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Even this.
They're Columbus in it. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It is almost like
Boom.
how Diplo goes to Jamaica and builds an oasis.
Mhm.
Did you know that Jamaica, they have all of this coastline, but there's only like 8 miles that is publicly accessible
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
That's the
Jamaican
problem.
people?
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
a problem.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it is like white vacationers going to build a resort on a beach that they're not from.
Yeah.
You know, and
There's
they
one white
get to
woman
keep
that
that
owns like
real
all of
estate.
Montego Bay.
Yeah.
I met her last weekend.
I'm glad you brought that up, but that's actually a perfect analogy. But they understand, like, why do black people get upset? We get upset because you come to our place, take up space in a way we can't even take up space. Then you leave and we still can't even take up that space when you're gone because now y'all quote
Absolutely.
unquote own it
Yeah.
Right.
and won't even allow us to take up
Right.
that space. That's actually a perfect analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
And why the black vacationer makes sense. Because if you come from an island, and most people don't come from islands, so they don't know. But I know this from traveling and listening to your family. When you come from an island and then people come in and inhabit the island and take up everything from the island, and then you're
Mhm.
forced to feel like a visitor.
Yeah.
And the only place that
Absolutely.
you call home,
Absolutely.
you build resentment towards that. And
Absolutely.
unless you've gone through that, you're not gonna know what that feels like.
That's a fact. And unless you are someone who is, for example, a white person that comes and owns half of the coastline of Montego Bay,
Yeah.
like this woman that I met, Michelle Rollins, she gives so much back to the island and creates so many opportunities for people out there. So it's like, at least if you're going
So
to come
she's
in
not
and
a
take over.
vacationer.
No, she's not a
No.
vacationer. She's
Oh.
actually like invested in
That's
the
dope.
betterment
That's dope.
of Jamaica. So, you take the good with the bad, but a lot of times with these vacationers, you see it's more so about what they can gain.
Jamaica,
Yeah.
you know I love
Versus-
you, but y'all got to get way more of that coastline back.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's a
I mean,
fact.
A lot
Giving
of
back,
There's
giving
Asians
back to
coming in
locals
as well,
is
too.
cool, but giving the coastline back,
Yeah.
I mean, people fish, they feed their families, they want to go to vacations as
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely. They want
it's
to
a
access
travesty
their
what
freaking
happens
country.
in Jamaica.
For sure.
It is.
For
It is.
sure.
We Matt and I were in Jamaica like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Treasure
Remember
Beach.
Treasure Beach. Remember what we had to go through to get to that private beach? We had to go to that old
Oh yeah,
resort
we
with
ended up
the sign
walking
of-
through people's house, like
Walking-
their yard, walking down the hill.
Word.
There.
Yo,
Yeah.
it wasn't like direct access to the beach. It was like you got to go through private property, and thankfully that private property was abandoned, so we could actually do that. but it was a former resort that we had to like scurry behind and like go to a private beach.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not that we went to a beach by ourselves. We didn't do
Wow.
that. It was 3 of us on the trip, but
Josh, stupid.
just want to make that disclaimer. Why is
and
Josh and Matt
Every
going to a
episode,
beach?
y'all learn more about his mind. What is
No,
wrong
I'm
with
just-
you, son?
No.
Tribble, I used to think that your mind was the worst. His mind is actually, his
trust
mind is
you?
the worst.
No, he's definitely
Nobody
the
asked
worst.
for that.
His mind.
But there's somebody might be driving in the car listening to
Hey,
the
yo, them
podcast,
niggas
like,
went to the beach together.
yo, these niggas going to the beach together, bro. Like something's wrong, right?
A mess.
How did we get there?
I had no idea. We traveled.
But yeah, the
beach to
point
beach.
is, the Jamaica do better, man.
Yeah.
Government of Jamaica do
yeah,
better.
we gotta get some of that back, man.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
That's mad funny. I'm sorry. We wasn't just at the beach, just me and Matt by ourselves. There was a third person with us that can confirm that it wasn't just me and Matt. It's like that.
And
That was the longest pause ever.
Right.
That was the longest
Right.
pause. Like
Right.
he could have just been like, "We was at the beach together." Pause.
Pause.
But
you know,
nah.
you know why?
He
You know
gave
why?
us the
We
whole
simplified
story.
it.
Nah, you know why? I'm be driving in my car, right? Listening to the podcast, like, hey, hold up, Josh, hold up.
You went to Treasure Beach looking for treasure. Together.
Now you look at you throwing gas on it. Now you throwing gas on
Yeah.
it.
Treasure.
That's how rumors get started.
Ledger.
That's how
Ledger.
rumors get started.
Anywho, back to Opera or Not. Do we have another one for today, or are we going to go right into talking about travel?
Yeah, we can go right into it.
Yeah, let's do it. All
Because
right.
we already in Jamaica, so
I mean, maybe
Where-
I'm always in Jamaica.
Yes.
In my mind, I'm always in Jamaica.
where
St.
else have
Vincent,
you been?
I'm so excited that St. Vincent, after being there last October for the Miss Universe pageant out there, they are finally going to have a straight flight from Atlanta to St. Vincent.
Nice.
All
Clock
Coming
it.
on-
Clock it.
All because you asked for it.
Period. All because I asked for it. Because I'm like, y'all really want people to come here, right? You want me to come back with the kids? How am I
know
going to
what
get there?
airline?
Not on a
Delta.
connecting flight. Delta flight.
Oh, wow.
Delta.
As of
That's lit.
December 20th, 2025. So that trip that we're supposed to go on, y'all? St.
Yeah.
Vincent, maybe?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Trip was like, we're
Yeah.
never going anywhere with you.
Well, now we go to St.
But
Vincent.
if they were to actually, if that comes to fruition, which it's in the news, like we're supposed to get it, I will be on one of them first flights out of here. We might even do
That's
a New
what's
Year
up.
in St. Vincent.
That's very
That would be
strategic.
I love that.
What's up?
That's strategic because
Absolutely.
there's a huge St. Vincent population in New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easily take that flight from New York to Atlanta
Yeah.
to St. Vincent.
Absolutely.
The alternative was crazy.
I know. It's crazy. It's like 2 and 3 flights to get there. And it's like, guys, if you want tourism to boom a little bit with
Yeah.
sandals being there now and it just being an amazing place to like get away, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So just
I love
throwing that
that
out
for
there,
us.
babe. New Year in St. Vincent.
You always gonna throw out some vacations, but,
Mhm.
For
but
sure.
I'm glad we actually transitioned from Jamaica because part of my story time was understanding the narratives about countries, right?
Mhm.
Khadeen and I were looking to go to Jamaica last year, leading into the new year, and Jamaica was on the travel advisory for America.
hmm
And Khadeen is like, why is Jamaica on the travel advisory? So she calls her people in the government, and they get back to us, and they're like, Khadeen, there's
Everything's
nothing
fine.
happening here.
Everything is fine.
But that was just another example to show how when you look at everything through the American gaze, right? And everything you get from their news cycle or their version of TikTok or whatever it is, you're gonna get what they want you to know.
Mhm.
You have to travel.
Yeah.
We traveled to Jamaica multiple times since the travel advisory, and there was nothing wrong.
right.
Same thing when we went to Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Mhm.
I really want people to understand that everything you watch, whether it's your phone, your computer, or the television, is all being like
Curated.
filtered and curated through someone else's idea of what the world is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it like that, you'll want to travel more so that you can learn more about the world.
Yeah. Who all has their passport? Everybody here have their passports?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Good,
passport
yeah.
crazy over here.
Because it's interesting. I've encountered adults who are just like, I've never left the country, don't even have a passport.
Right.
And I'm always like, okay, I understand that everyone's financial abilities are different and they allow them certain opportunities or not.
Mhm.
But it never crossed my mind that people have just never left the country, whether it was for work or for vacation or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a comfort zone. Some people have said they've been scared to go certain
Do you know
places
why?
because of that.
Like we just talked about.
Probably
Imagine if
just
all you watch
fear.
is the news.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fear
And all
of
you see on
different
the
things.
news is bombs in the Middle East, advisory, don't go to Jamaica, don't
Mhm.
go here because of tornadoes and hurricanes. You're like, I'm going to just stay in America where it's peaceful and perfect. You
I
know
know
what I'm saying?
someone who
That's
went
what they think.
Yeah, who went to Saudi Arabia recently. And our idea, especially growing up,
Was
Oh, that's
amazing.
lit. I
did.
want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Was
would you ever
amazing.
want to go to Saudi Arabia?
Hell
and
yeah,
I
Aladdin.
could not. True. On a magic carpet.
You know what's
But,
funny?
I
never
couldn't
thought
think-
about it like that.
I never thought of
because
what.
I was also programmed too. What do you think? How we grew up? in the Middle East. We thought anything in the Middle East was all wars.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I learned going to Madrid with Jackson. Do you know what they think about America? We was in Madrid for a Gillette campaign, and I was trying to, get some stuff done, and I was like, can you help me? I don't speak Spanish, right? They're like,
fluently enough, yeah.
And I'm like, America, and they're like, oh, America, bang, bang, schools, bang.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow. So the world looks at us, and they look at us as the country where our kids go to school and get shot up. And I'm like, dang, could you imagine, think about how we false advertise everything that goes on in the rest of the world, what the world thinks about us.
No, it's true. One of my castmates was in Italy, I think, recently, and she said that this one particular gelato shop that she went into, the woman was just like clearly rude, just very rude. She had her credit card, and the woman was like, they don't take credit card, they take cash. So whoever was behind the counter with the woman must have said to her, like, hey, there's a ATM around the corner, and he spoke better English and whatnot. So went around the corner and she got the cash. So she said at this point, she wasn't even ready to patron the business because sis had an attitude, and she's like, I'm not doing that. But then she was like, you know what? I want the gelato. Let me go get it. And she got the cash and came back with it. And then she looked at her and she was just like, oh, you got cash? And she was like, yeah. And then she said, you're from America? And she said, yes. And then she said, you voted for Trump? In plain English. And she was like, actually, no, because none of them, we don't like that nigga, no how. Like, none of us like him. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, black people we don't like him. Like, he's not for us. So when she saw she was an American and spoke English, she instantly was just treating her,
wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Treating her in a rude manner until she realized, okay, she's coming to patron the business. She went and got the cash.
That's crazy.
And then found out that she didn't vote for Trump, or she wasn't a Trump supporter, and then she softened to her a bit, and she actually apologized and was like,
watching.
I'm so sorry. So I've heard about an uptick as well in Italy of just racism in general towards blacks. And I don't know if it's just towards blacks or if it's towards Americans at all, because we haven't been. But I heard stories from a couple friends who have gone this summer,
we had a couple
and they were
friends
like,
gone.
we actually didn't have a good time out there because we felt the racism
I've
oozing.
heard that a lot about Italy, specifically. Yeah. I, as a black person, I'm not in a rush to go to Europe. I haven't been yet, but I've been to Africa several times. I've been to Caribbean islands several times. I really am not in a rush to go to Italy, where anti-black racism was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that, and especially as an American, I feel like every country kind of looks down on us now after this whole Trump thing.
The world is watching.
Yeah, I was in South Africa right after Trump got elected the first time, and that's all anybody wanted to talk about. And even in the place where apartheid was legal until 1994, they think that we have a bigger problem with racism. And especially after that election, they were like, wow, it's fucked up over there, ain't it? I'm like, talking to a white South African, you're telling me it's fucked up?
Right.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy, but here we are.
I'm glad you brought that up, because people don't, especially Americans, don't realize that there are people who are watching us. The same way we watch every country and we feel like we should police and politic every country, there are people watching us. And how the world views us right now is not in the best light.
That's a fact.
I don't think they've ever viewed us in the best light, though. But
that is true.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That is true.
They've, I think for the large part, I've heard, at least from family who lives abroad, they tend to think that Americans are arrogant, that we know everything, that we're better than, every other country, every other power.
That's the number one thing I hear every
is
time
arrogance.
I've ever traveled. Is American arrogance.
Right. Or we're expecting everyone to speak English when you go to their country. It's like, my nigga, I can't go to Japan and expect for them to be fluent in English.
But Americans do, though.
But Americans absolutely.
We absolutely do. We
a
absolutely do.
subsect of Americans do.
Yeah, because there are Americans that know a bunch of languages who travel a lot.
That's a fact.
But the average American won't know the language, but will travel with the arrogance, like, I'm American, you should, convert to whatever it is I need. That is very true.
Yeah, and there's so many things that you can do to at least know some conversational, especially if you're going to another place that has a Germanic language or a Romance language, like Italy, Spain, Germany, anywhere in Europe, really. There's some easy things you can do to learn a couple words so that you can communicate. But most people won't even do that.
Right. Like,
they
Google
just
Translate,
look at you.
y'all.
They just talk louder.
Facts.
But also
that was it right there.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. Everybody
They
just
just
start
talk
talking louder, and it's like, that doesn't...
Excuse me, I said.
Nah.
It's
You
also
ever heard this? Talk American.
Yeah.
Talk American. That's the craziest thing I ever
crazy.
heard.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Talk American while in another country.
Is wild.
That's nuts.
They say it here.
They do.
They tell people to say it here.
Well, I get people saying it while in America. It's still like I think it's disgusting. But imagine being in somebody else's country and saying talk American.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in America, you know what I'm saying? You would
Right.
expect that.
The dominant language is English. So
Right,
it's like
it's
you're
English,
expecting
right?
everyone
But even to
speaking
say talk
English.
American when you can't just say talk English.
Speaking
it's
English
like
is
That's
talk
my
crazy.
American.
point. Talk
Right.
American is crazy.
It's crazy.
But imagine you in their country though.
There's also customs, right? So things that we're accustomed to doing here that may be offensive to other places. It's like you got to do your due diligence before you travel anywhere so that you're not by accident, because you're just ignorant to the culture, offending people. There was something I saw. Was it about tipping? Like it's offensive to tip in certain
I love
countries or
traveling for that.
something.
In Japan.
But in America,
It's not
you want
just
to
Japan.
tip?
No.
There's multiple countries that they'll take it offensive that you're tipping because that's not primary culture for them.
Right. Right.
Well, I've been looking at going to Japan, so I've been reading up on cultures. I also know that it is definitely it's disrespectful to talk on your cell phone in an elevator. It's disrespectful to have a private conversation. Like these are things that I'm just looking to learn. But to your point, how about you learn about the culture before you go there and get yourself in trouble? Because when we went to Dubai, everyone knows I like to smoke a little bit. I didn't take not 1 ounce of weed. Y'all, this is against y'all culture, and I'm gonna be here for 8 days. Fine, I'm not smoking.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for none. I didn't need it. You know, but
didn't ask.
sometimes Americans will go and be like, "Well, we can do this here," and now you in jail.
Yeah.
You know that happens.
Yo, what was the dude? Remember the dude when he was younger, Singapore? He graffitied the car.
And
Remember
got
that?
and got
He
the
got
lashes.
lashing.
He got the lashes. I remember.
I don't remember that.
What?
No.
It was
Never
a
heard of
dude.
this
Yes, it was a
one.
dude in Singapore. He traveled to Singapore and he wrote graffiti as a way to mark that he was there, but got arrested for it. And they caned him.
Yes.
And Americans were pissed.
It was
they
a
were like,
whole
you
big
can't
deal.
do that to people for graffiti. You can't cane them. And it was just like, bro, he's not in America.
Now my Jamaican parents, we was watching Peter Jennings, and he was talking about that on TV.
Peter Jennings.
My parents was like,
my
a good film.
Good film.
Yeah.
Your parents are Jamaican.
Yeah,
Y'all
because
lash
you don't
people
go to
for
no
everything.
country and like you're a privileged white boy from America and go to another country and then just like spray paint somebody's car.
It's
There's gonna be crazy repercussions for it, regardless if you think you should have got away with it or not. Like
facts.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Any Jet 2 holiday stories? Like while you were traveling, like, oh my God, this went totally wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I want to preface this by saying I believe that I've done 31 countries. It might be 32, but I've traveled 31 countries
well
so far.
stamped up.
I like it,
Yeah,
John.
man. Yeah, man.
Fire.
The 31?
31 countries.
Well, tell them your accomplishment you about to hit though.
Oh shoot! Oh yeah. So
Alley-hoop.
we're flying to China later this month with my wife for Airing Envy. Shout out to Airing Envy. We're gonna meet with some manufacturers out there.
My favorite.
But on my way back, I'll be hitting my 1 million mile coming back with Delta exclusively.
Wow.
So I got well over 1 million miles already, but for all intents and purposes with Delta, I'll be 1 million miler.
You're about to
on
be
my
a
way back.
What's up, bro? You
million
traveled a
miler.
lot.
I
know.
mean,
I used to watch your travel vlog.
you be living in the
You do be
sky.
Yeah.
Going
That's
a
a
lot of
fact.
places. Matt
That's
too be
dope.
going a lot of places.
Yeah, I'm only at
Delta
like
Domian
400,000.
Airlines.
400,000 in 10 years isn't
That's
that
a lot.
bad.
That's a
not
lot.
bad.
I
But it ain't
I gotta see where I'm
really
at.
I started at
aspire,
09.
yo. I wanna travel more.
I've signed all the boys up from they were born, so that hopefully by the time they hit like 18, they'll be million milers.
That'd be
or
dope.
Yeah,
something.
that'd be
So
fire.
they're all signed up.
That'll
for-
be dope.
Yeah.
They're
But-
not gonna go
'cause
nowhere
all
tell
those-
people to talk American.
Yeah, all those miles come with stories and experiences.
Yeah.
For
Life
sure,
lessons,
for
yeah.
sure. That's why I told y'all I always have one toe in homeschooling them, so we have the freedom just to like travel at our whim and our leisure. You know.
Have y'all ever traveled? You ever traveled with your daughter?
Yeah, she got 11 countries, 11
Yo.
stamps on her passport.
Let me tell you the most I don't want to say belittling, but I felt small. Being in Madrid with your son and being lost and not being able to speak the native language fluently enough to communicate to feel comfortable made me feel like this much of a person, bro. Like that's why I really hope people go and travel and learn about cultures and learn about things. Cause being there, and Jackson was 6 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the bus and I had already mapped it out in my head. I'm like, listen, I know the bus line. I mapped it out. As long as we stay on the bus line, we cool. Stay on the bus line. We get off the bus line. He's like, Dad, I got to go to the bathroom. So I said, let's walk into this museum. Oh, you got to pay to go in the museum. Okay, we go in the museum, but you got to exit on the other side of the museum. So when we came out on a different side of the building. I had no clue where I was. And I'm in like downtown Madrid. And I'm just imagine you walk out of Grand Army Plaza, and then you see road, circle road. You like, I don't know which road I came from.
Jet 2 holiday.
That was a freaking Jet 2 holiday
holiday
for me. And then I'm walking, and Jackson goes, Dad. I'm like, what's up? He's like, are we lost? Bruh, my stomach was in my freaking heart, bro. Like, I was like, no, we're not lost, man. And we walked for like an hour and 30 minutes.
Damn.
And I'm walking around looking. And finally, my ego was like, yo, you got to ask somebody. Right? So I said, how could I ask somebody without looking like a tourist? Because the sun was going down. So I pulled my key card out, walked over to a guy that was sitting in the taxi stand. And I was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, hotel, hotel. And he was just like, oh, I'll take you. Bruh, get in the hotel, 2.5 blocks. We had walked that far that he literally went, scoot, and we was
you got
right
in the
there.
cab and it
we
took
got
you
in the
2
cab,
blocks.
yeah. It took me right there. But when I tell you, I was so scared, and I said to myself, I don't ever want my son to feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to make sure he travel, and even when we go, because she knows I'll be in my house all day. But when she said she want to travel somewhere, I'm like, Dubai wasn't my idea. That was her idea. So I'm going to rock with you.
Understanding travel etiquette too. You know, the kids should be accustomed to knowing what it's like to get on a plane, travel somewhere, look after your things, check for your bags, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of it sometimes is just even like life lessons that are intertwined into the experience.
I've seen so many people
travel.
going through the airport, and you could just see they've never gone through an airport before.
Oh, for sure.
The bags over here, the shoes
absolutely.
over here.
And then you have the TSA agent that expects that everyone does this every day like they do. So they're yelling at people about what to do, and it's like literally people going through for the first time
ever.
And super scared and super intimidated by the whole experience.
I like that. I walk right past them.
It could be a lot.
Like, get out my way, man. I'm going to customs.
You know what's funny though? We should talk a little bit about that, man. Like, people be intimidated to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research beforehand. Find out what time, how long before the flight you should get there.
Right.
The number one reason people hate to travel is because if my flight is at 10, right? They want to get to the airport at 9:30. Then they get there and they don't know where anything is, so now they panic. Then it's nah. Give yourself 2 hours if you don't travel often. So you can get there and you can ask some questions. You can move around. The lines are going to be long. People are traveling. That's just what it is. Someday you're going to walk in the airport and you're going to be online for 30 minutes unless you're a frequent flyer. So people need to know too, like, it can give you anxiety if you're not prepared. Just give yourself time.
Number one rule of traveling, pack your patience. You don't know what's about to happen.
You never
pack
know.
your patience.
That's a good one.
That's my moment of truth. You heard it here first.
Bars.
I saw his eyes. He's going to steal it.
Shut up.
I was like, I know
Nobody try to steal it. Any other Jet 2 holiday stories?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even get
He
to
didn't
it.
even-
I didn't get to it.
Okay.
So back in 2019.
19.
Were y'all together again?
Huh?
Y'all were together again?
Yeah.
We travel the world together.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anika was there this
With
time.
other people.
Yeah. I brought the love of my life this time, and it wasn't Matt. We went to India for the very first time, and it was the very last time as well.
No, I wouldn't say that. Not for me.
Let me tell you something, man. I've been all over this world, and India has some very beautiful parts, but it has some other parts that I was not aware of. And everything I see online right now, that's everything that I saw in India at that time. In person, live and direct. And what's funny is Matt and I, we went with the purpose of going to like the Holi Festival.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we went to the Holi Festival early March. And we didn't know that they, like, kids will, first off, we didn't know India had YNs. All right, that's number one. We were in Delhi.
India got YNs.
They had YNs. They were chasing us in the street with chicken feet, like a chicken's foot, not cooked, chasing us around.
So, for clarity on this story, just in case anybody wants to jump in and jump us, we didn't go to an organized Holi Festival situation. We were just trying to figure it out.
Freestyling.
We didn't really know much.
Okay.
So we thought we could just go there, find people throwing paint powder, and see what it is. That's not how it was. It was certain places that have organized events for that. What we were doing, we basically ended up in Brownsville, East New York.
Wow.
In Delhi. We were in the hood, like actual hood. It was, Matt got smacked with this thing in his face.
Powder.
With the powder in his face. My bad.
Was it like a Juve jab type situation?
Yes.
Like Juve?
Yeah,
Okay.
Holi Festival, they throwing paint.
Got it.
All these colors. It's one of the most colorful festivals in India. But we weren't prepared for, there's no guide to this. There's a certain place that you go to in India. We are not there. We are
you're not
hours away from that location, but the whole country celebrates it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So we weren't like, later on we found out we should have went to this specific place, but ain't no flights going there. So we like, all right, let's catch the festival. Let's go to Caribbean Day Parade in Brownsville, right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, legit.
So yeah, that was our Jet 2 holiday story, man. We still had a great time.
That's part one.
Right.
You lucky you made it out.
That's part
Did
one.
anybody try to press you out there?
That's part one. There's a part two.
We ended up saying we want to go to Taj Mahal. We're in Delhi. Taj Mahal is like three hours away on the speed train, on the
on the express train.
On the express train.
Oh.
We take the local train, and we had no idea. We tried not to take the local train, but there was an attitude situation. There was a
you jumping ahead. So we got in a taxi. Saying it quick, we got in a taxi. We got trying to get to the train station in the morning. There's huge amounts of traffic, like early morning on that highway.
Yeah,
you can't go anywhere. The driver had to park and say, "Y'all got to walk." So we run into the train now, so we don't miss it. Get to the train. We end up. Did we get the tickets yet?
We didn't get the tickets.
We ended up getting online to get the tickets to get on the train. Nobody spoke English there. There's no service to use Google Translate, anything like that.
Y'all ain't tell nobody speak American?
No. We knew better than that. Not only that.
He said, hell no.
The driver was looking at my phone. I don't know if you remember, we was in a cab.
Yeah.
The driver was so suspicious of us. He kept looking.
The whole time he's driving, I'm in the backseat. He's driving, he's looking like this.
I'm in the passenger seat.
I get it.
Like thinking you were going to jump out try to hijack him?
Think about a taxi in Jamaica, and two random dudes that's not Jamaican say, I want to go to Kingston. Remember when I kept saying that, and the taxi was like, "Nah, man,
you're not taking it."
Nah.
Same situation.
Devale wanted to go to the gully side. They said, "Nah."
He was like, "No."
For you.
He didn't say no. He took us, but he's just watching us. He's just keeping his eye on us.
He's like, "Why y'all going there?"
4 o'clock in the morning as well.
Oh, well.
Like 4 o'clock.
He on his P's and Q's, right? As he should be.
Yeah.
Got random people.
He should be, absolutely.
So we end up getting to the train station. We end up getting the wrong ticket. We end up getting a local ticket, but we don't know this.
Dang.
We get on the train. We sitting on the train. Cool. We get to the next stop. People come on the train. We cool. Come to the next stop. People come on the train. They're like, "Hey, you're on our seats." We don't know that there's assigned seats for this train.
Oh.
So we got attitudes getting up from their seats.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, what's wrong with you? But we getting up.
We get up, go to the next
seat.
Next stop, more people come on the train. Like, yo, y'all in our seats. So we end up getting up. We end up standing now because the train packed. It goes to the next stop now. Train is packed. Like we at Atlantic Avenue after Nets game, and everything just happened downtown. You cannot get on the train. People start coming through the windows of the train. And I'm standing. I'm like,
they was just pushing to get on?
Pushing to get in.
Because that's the only time they get on.
That's the only way they could get from the city to their small town where they live.
Hold on. Yo, these trains, like airplanes, have like these luggage compartments.
Yeah.
Right? It's open luggage. You put your luggage up.
I remember the picture.
Yes.
People are sitting and laying down up there.
Y'all see pictures. When y'all see, I have pictures. I'll put it.
When he say people coming through the window, they're coming through the window like, excuse me, and then they're climbing on top of there, getting their phones out and just chilling.
Laying down.
This is what
But
they
even
used
as
to.
he's saying that, he's not saying it with proper context for what I want to say later. Those are kids up there. So you're just looking at it's packed. These are
It's
kids.
packed, but it's kids.
It's kids, and they're taking bags off, and there's kids sitting up there.
There
There was a grown adult sitting up there too.
But the parents are putting their kids up there because
Correct. It's like this is the only
Yeah.
spot we have to get on this train.
Yes,
But these are not things we're thinking about. We're just trying to get to the Taj Mahal.
Right.
Right.
In context, zoom out. This is the only way they could get from the big city to the small town where they live.
Where they live.
This is the only train. The express train not stopping here. So there's people running on the platform while the train moving, trying to get on. Stuff like that.
And this is no disrespect to anybody, but no one wore deodorant on that train. All right, this is not I'm not disrespecting anybody, but
Right.
I mean this is what it is. You're dealing with a compact train, right? People are barefoot.
Summertime.
People sweating. There's vendors. He said the train is packed. There's still vendors walking through the train, selling tea, selling soups. Everything's
like
a hustle.
Lentil pea soup, bro. You know how lentils smell.
Yeah.
In a packed
That's
train.
a lot.
Not only that, grab yourself a seat. You think nobody's standing between your legs? You got another thing coming because there's a random dude that's gonna make room and stand between your legs while you sitting on that train.
That's what happened to you.
Darling,
Josh.
hold on.
Yeah, that's why he want to clarify everything.
Nothing beats
no.
You know what? That's good though. This is why you got to pack your patience, but also have a plan when you travel around the world.
But even when you plan, just plan for it to go wrong and you have to pivot.
True.
That's why I always say pack your patience.
That's
You
true.
don't know. We didn't plan for that situation.
You're right. I had a plan too, and it went wrong.
You got a plan,
Right.
I think planning is great, but I think some of the best experiences comes where you don't plan either.
True.
And you just like, let's just
But
wing
I'm not
it.
telling anybody go to another
No,
country
I'm not
without
telling
planning.
nobody to do that either.
Right.
But Matt and I, we travel, we wing it.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we travel. Sometimes you like, you want to go here, but you might just wing it a little bit, and out of that winging,
right,
you might get a little India story, but it's cool.
We
do a
tried to
little day
wing
trip
it
somewhere.
in Cozumel with Gavin and Rhonda. We got that rent a car and almost missed our cruise ship back to Cozumel.
Don't wing that.
I'm not winging
And they were like,
that's
be
not
careful.
smart.
Y'all on the dock.
And they were like, be careful in the rental cars because they might hijack you like while you're out. And I'm just like, what?
Another
the hell?
situation, the sun is going down, and I'm like, yo, Gavin, we got to go back. He like, nah, son, we good. Gavin from the hood too, so Gavin think everywhere he could fight anybody because I'm like, bro, we in Cozumel. You don't know these people, bro.
Right.
They don't speak American, bro. That's what they're not gonna give us. The minute you say I'm from Brooklyn, they're not gonna care.
They
bro.
don't care.
They're not
honey,
gonna care. They
'cause
coming
got
for
their
you,
version of Brownsville over there too.
And that's a fact. That's important for people to know that. There's a version of Brownsville everywhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world. And for
Don't ever
context, who don't
think-
know Brooklyn, that's Brownsville. That's our hood. Our
That's our
adjacent
hood.
hood.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up in
Flatbush.
Brownsville.
There's flat bushes everywhere.
Mhm.
There's a Canarsie
The floss
everywhere. So
yep.
don't think you the toughest wherever you go. Cause there's some people that's going through some shit that's be like, wait a minute, you arrogant American? I'm taking everything you got. That is a fact.
Facts.
No,
That
but
is a
to
fact.
round out that story real quick, but like for me, it's all of my travel stories are really important because I dropped out of school and I just started traveling because I feel like that was the best way for me to gain experience in life, and it worked for me. The India story for me, the Taj Mahal picture, all of those stories come to me when I see that picture because I remember what it took to get there.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when I got there, it was like, nah, this place is beautiful.
It makes it
Like,
that much
it's
more
a diamond
meaningful
in the
for
rough.
you.
And it
That's
was
how I
worth
felt at the
Absolutely worth it. But it gave me compassion for people. I don't ever complain about MTA or those type of situations.
I was going
ever again.
Josh said it wasn't worth
We could have took a taxi. We could have took a,
but we didn't know that.
That's serious. We could have took a $150 taxi and we would have been good. We'd have been miserable. But yeah,
But you don't got that life story now.
Nah,
I will say
you
this,
just gave
though.
me my moment of truth, Matt.
Traveling the world does teach you compassion for people.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
That's
you
my
walk
moment
around
of
thinking that you got
truth.
it so bad until you travel the world and you be like, man, like running water, something that we
Yes.
think is so regular. You go
Mhm.
somewhere else and you like, they don't even have running water.
Yes.
Gives you empathy.
I
The
was literally
slums-
thinking the same thing.
the slums that we were in, you could see electrical poles that have like thousands of wires on it. Like it looked like it's about to burn down. And you could see the poverty that these people are living in.
Man, that's
Right.
Being on that
Elmont, New
train,
York. I'm
being
sorry.
on that train, you felt almost too good to be on that train. It was like you're privileged and you shouldn't be on this train. But when you look at everybody else on that train and what they got to do, like they got to deal with
On
every
a
day,
day-to-day
you realize
basis.
like
You're so blessed.
Amen.
you're 100% blessed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond blessed.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you see that situation. It's like I'm never gonna forget how I saw it, or how I felt, everything that was happening then.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When you hear about Flint,
Yeah.
right? We lived in Canton, Michigan for a minute, and when all the stories about Flint started coming out, it made me realize that like, yo, just one town over from Canton, one town over is Flint. They don't have running water there and haven't had running water there for decades, right? If you really think about that, like think about what the story you just told, there are places in America that go through the same
Right here.
exact thing, and it gives you empathy for people.
Yeah.
When you've traveled and seen something outside of your front porch, it
for
shows you
sure.
like, yo, I do have to value what I have,
Yes.
right? But I also have to value what other people have gone through.
Yes.
So when you come onto a train and someone may have an attitude or someone may have like a bad disposition, think about it. They may be going through something
The
just to
rough day
get
in their
here
life, yeah.
that you haven't. And that's what traveling
Yeah.
really has like
Travel
taught me.
essentially can make you kinder of a person
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
you just
Yes.
never understand what people are going through. I think the one experience that I value so much, and Devale was there for it, and Josh as well, was going back to where my dad is from. You know, like traveling back to somewhere where my family originated and seeing the humble beginnings of my father having to walk 5 miles in the morning to get to, you know, milk the cows to come back to have breakfast, you know, before school. Like those things just made me think, wow, like people are still there living in those spaces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, it's unfathomable how they're able to function day to day like that. But they're just so grateful for what they have. And they haven't experienced anything more than that. But it really makes you appreciate, well, for me, where my family has come from and then what I have now. travel definitely, that was one of the first things that came to mind for me, is like it makes you a kinder person because you've seen so much.
Traveling worked out well for me. I love traveling with you. You opened my eyes up to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I didn't travel. The first time I left the country was to go to Nova Scotia when I was 18, when my parents took us there. But then after that, I was in college. I had never traveled the world ever. So then when Kay was like, let's start going places, it really opened my mind up and just taught me how to appreciate, gave me more perspective, gave me a broader perspective, but also it made me hungry though.
Yeah.
Like going to travel more with you made me wonder like what's going on over there. But I do agree with Tribble. I'm more interested in going to Africa than I am going to Europe. Like I just, everything I've heard about Africa from young was just about how bad Somalia was, and like it's like they programmed us to not ever want to go back and see. But because of social media, now we get a chance to see. And he was like, wait a minute, why does that look like New York? Over there, it's like, wait a minute, Nigeria has a place that looks like San Francisco. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go see all of that.
All the things. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, y'all, get y'all passports ready.
I agree with Devale, but I want to push the narrative a little bit more and encourage more people to go to Africa and more people to explore their origins, especially Black people.
For sure.
Explore their origins in Africa. I've been to Nigeria and South Africa and Mauritius so far, and I don't even think I touched the surface of,
I'm sure you have
what Africa has to offer.
Did you do 23andMe? Did you?
I did.
You did? Are you Nigerian? Partially? Or is it Ghanaian?
66% Nigerian and Benin and Togo.
Oh,
so those three countries make up 66% of my
Gotcha. I'm 38% Ghanaian.
Right.
Yeah, and you're like 87%
Nigerian.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
oh, you mad Nigerian, bro?
Mad Nigerian. It makes sense.
When
Olo
you get there, they have to
Devale.
give you a name.
Olu
Yeah,
Devale.
Listen, my green and my white. Please give me a name. Represent the green and the white. That's what Cheeto.
Yeah.
But also understanding that all African countries are not equal. They're not the same. And they offer so many different things. So while encouraging people to go to Africa, understanding that Africa is a continent and not necessarily a country.
That is a fact.
Exactly.
And I think it's important for people
There's
to know
several
that Africa
countries
is the
within
largest
there.
continent on the planet. Because for years
the map slide.
We have this idea that Africa is the smaller continent. And I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way if you really look at it. But I mean, how are we going to trust it when they make the globes?
Yeah, it's the largest and the richest continent on the planet.
Absolutely.
And even within the countries in Africa, there's hundreds of tribes. So even the Black people are not the same.
Yeah.
Where we come from, we see Black people as a monolith. You believe Black American or, y'all got New York, so you got like Jamaicans, Caribbeans, all that, Afro-Latino. But people have different tribal traditions and ways of living and ways of celebrating, and it's amazing to see. It's really amazing to see, and it's amazing to be embraced by folks. I remember meeting some little girls in South Africa, and they were like, "Oh, so your parents are African?" I'm like, "No, they're American." And they're like, "Okay,
right,
but how did they get there? Like, what do you mean?"
Right.
So like there's a missing link even in some of those interactions where you're like, "Oh, okay. We are alike." And it was such a beautiful experience because these little Black girls, they were doing things, these little South African girls, they were doing things that Black American girls do. They wanted to touch my hair. They were eating Flamin' Hots. You know what I'm saying? Like, and didn't know that there was Black people in America.
Wow.
So it's such a beautiful thing to reconnect with, the continent as a Black
I can't
American
wait.
person. Yeah.
I got my eye on South Africa for this Thanksgiving. Kaz's birthday falls on Thanksgiving Day. And we're doing like alternating Thanksgivings where we do one with family and then one traveling. So
y'all going to summertime.
Yeah, it's summer in
South
Africa
it's going into
November.
the summer.
You
It'll be going
love
into
South Africa.
It's a little cold. I loved Cape Town. I had a really great time in Cape Town.
I've been hearing
Johannesburg
that.
is really great. I rented a car in Cape Town and I drove up. First, I went to this amphitheater. It's really, really beautiful. It has a Dutch name. I can't think of it right now, but it's like back in the woods, and so all of the surrounding the stage is like natural stone that's carved out of the mountain, and then everything around it is green. And then I went to Table Mountain. Now, when you rent a car in another country, most of them are manual, so it's a stick.
Right.
I'm driving a stick up
Cozumel was the same
to
way.
the top of a freaking mountain.
Oh wow!
That's a lot of
On
work.
the coast. It was a
I can't
beautiful
drive
drive.
manual. I need to learn.
On the way down, I got to part of the city and I hit every car that was parked on the street. Because
That's a Jet 2 holiday.
That is.
Make sure you get the insurance.
You driving on the opposite side of the car on the opposite side of the street too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't really see what I'm next to. I hit everybody's side view mirror. I was just like, I got to keep going. I can't stop, man. I don't know nobody else by myself.
Tribble didn't
Drive American.
she didn't save 50 pounds. She spent 500 pounds on repairs.
That part. And so did every car she hit on the way.
Yeah, I know they were salty like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
I still can't believe someone telling somebody to talk American. Like, that don't even sound right to me, bro.
Yeah.
Could you imagine saying that to somebody?
Absolutely not, Devale. But some people ain't wound too tight, honey. That's crazy.
That's what you should have told them. Drive American.
Right. That's what she tells these bill collectors who got to pay these bills. How about y'all? Pay them in American.
I got my moment of truth. That's my moment of truth. I'm going to tell y'all now.
Let's take a break, and we're going to get into listener letters when we get back.
Look at this. This is, first of all, I want y'all to see this. First of all, this is my baby up here. Y'all see this?
Where's she at?
Right there. They were trying to hate on her too because she won Miss United States teen. So they were just like, oh, she can't be Miss Jamaica because she already has a title. She just hold all the titles. See my baby?
They really cheated her over that time.
She should have won this one. These are things my kids gotta see. You see this?
We got framed that, boy.
Bang. Y'all was 5'8", 148 pounds when I came out of high school. Who this?
Find a way to put it in there.
Who this?
Oh, that was Tombstone's Sweet 16.
This who escorted you?
Yes, that's who escorted me. Which one we do? I was in the Sweet 16.
One piece of tear, just here. And I'm like, if I look at her, I'm gonna lose it. So
Like my daughter has reached many tombstones in our life, and this one is no different. And thank you guys for coming to my daughter's party.
All right, we're back with our listener letter for the day. I'm going to dive right in. Thank you so much for the beautiful book. My husband and I read it together, and I truly enjoyed it. Thank you. Who else is still reading and purchasing We Over Me? We appreciate y'all. I'm reaching out because I've been feeling stuck since becoming a mom to my two little ones, now 2 and 4. When I met my husband, I had just graduated, was working in a nonprofit medical center, running a small nonprofit of my own, hosting poetry events and personal training. Sounds like a full plate. I was living in my purpose, which we love that. But when I became pregnant, I lost my job during the pandemic and had to put everything on pause. Since then, I've pushed my husband to grow, which created conflict. Therapy has helped me accept that he may never contribute in the way I hoped, and I'm learning to release that expectation. Now I'm trying to figure out how to step into the next version of myself. I've earned new wellness certifications, and I know I have what it takes to build something again. But community and trust have been the hardest to rebuild. I don't want to do this alone again, but I also don't want to keep waiting and losing these years to hesitation. I'm ready to move forward, but still finding my way back to feeling confident and rooted in purpose. What ways have helped you create community and trust around the things that you want to build? I don't want to create something again by myself and build partnerships that are not mutually beneficial.
How old did she say she was?
She did not say. She just said that she had 2 little ones, 2 and 4. Her and her husband read the book.
It sounds to me like she's just going through the life process, you know? Starting things, learning how to use discernment. Some people probably did her wrong, which is going to happen in life. Or maybe not even did her wrong. She might have had some business partners who probably had some different synergies, who things didn't work out. It seems like her and her husband don't have the same work ethic or drive. It seems like she's a very driven person.
Right.
High energy type A type person. I mean, it seems like she's at the point in her life where she's starting to figure out that everybody isn't like her.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone through this before, and you figure out not to shame people, but also not to accept a lesser version of yourself because you want to fit in with those people.
And also releasing expectations, because like she said, when you have an expectation, especially within a partnership, that you're hoping the person changes or the person grows or the person adapts to your way of thinking, you can end up being really disappointed in that. It's learning to accept the person for who they are and then now trying to find that village, right? So for example, with Devale and I building out our businesses, it's about finding individuals who have the work ethic, but also the same mindset and can bring something to the table with their talent. So remember we talked about working in groups, for example, whenever kids are now working in groups to develop that collaborative spirit. Find people who have strengths in areas that you need in order to build that business up. So a lot of times it could be, like Tribble said in a previous episode, going into spaces that have people who are like-minded because you share the same interest, right? So whatever this business is that you're trying to build now, maybe putting yourself in those kinds of spaces.
I also noticed she said when I became pregnant, I lost my job.
Mm-hmm.
So think about what you just said about being in those spaces with like-minded people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go through pregnancy. And a lot of times when you go through pregnancy, not that you go through it alone, but you're going through a journey in your life where other people who aren't pregnant may not be able to go with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some women say they lose friends during pregnancy?
Yeah.
You know, some guys say, I lost my homies when my wife got pregnant or we started having kids. It seems like she's going through that transition in life. You know, like it's a different phase of her life. You have kids now, you're a wife, you know, you may not have the same synergies as friends that you grew up with, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Find those people like you just said. And I think like reading that while you listening to what you just said, her trying to find those people of like minds while going through a different like phase of her life is going to be challenging.
Yeah.
But she's going to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So she's learning about herself. I think she's just at a phase in life where she's learning about herself. She'll be all right.
It's like the startup all over again, right? That's always the hardest part, to kind of like find your way through. But it seems like you have the determination at least and the drive to, you know, pick the pieces up and kind of create something beautiful for yourself.
And
I wish
she's
I knew
asking,
how old she was.
She's asking for ways to help build. I think she's doing all the things to build, right? Going to therapy. I hope she's continuing to talk to her husband, dropping expectations. But
yeah,
I don't think there's any one thing we can tell her other than the fact that she keeps doing the work and life is going to work out for her in a beneficial way.
And building trust around the things you want to build. Yeah, just being upfront and being vocal and being intentional.
Yeah.
I think that always helps when you're developing trust with someone in the very beginning phases of whatever it is that you're trying to build. So good luck to you. It seems like you got your head on straight.
It does. It seems like you're doing it right. You just rock with it, Ma. Keep going.
Yeah. Anything good worth having
takes time.
Takes time. Yeah. All right. If you want to be featured in an episode coming up, I know this season may be coming to a close soon, but listen, there's going to be future seasons and we want to hear from you. So be sure to email us at theellisadvice@gmail.com.
That's TheEllisadvice@gmail.com.
Hey y'all, guess what? We wrote a book, We Over Me.
Available in hard copy, audiobook, and ebook wherever books are sold.
You better get your copy now.
Guess we're not shooting commercial.
Dad, what you making? Oh.
Right now?
Right now. Lunchtime, guys.
All right, moment of truth time. We're talking about travel, what that's like, the importance of opening up your mind to actually stepping foot on the soil of other countries. Anybody want to take it away? I think Matt said he had one to go. Did you have a moment of truth ready to go?
Back to patience.
Back to patience. I like that.
I got another one if y'all need.
Oh, let me find out.
You got patience,
Go
man.
ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
I would say travel is very vitally important. Just do it. You don't got to leave the country. You can stay in the United States and do it. United States is very broad. Broad like but
what's wrong with you?
Definitely step outside of your comfort zone, out of your neighborhood, out of your state, and explore.
Get off your block.
That's it.
That's right.
Go
My
past
moment
the
of truth
porch.
is that nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
That's a fact.
Absolutely nothing does.
Especially when you can save 50 pounds per person.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Don't ever in your life, no matter where you are, tell somebody to talk American.
I knew it.
That's my moment of truth, bro. Like, I can't even imagine, bro, because I was lost in Madrid and I never thought to tell somebody to talk American. It was like, bro, I got to figure something out. We ate Pizza Hut twice because I could figure out.
Oh, man.
We ate Pizza Hut
you know
twice,
how to order
bro.
pizza
Yeah,
at the very least.
mozzarella. Tango, no quiero, mozzarella.
Oh my God, you're so
That's how I
stupid.
sounded, bro. I got to do better.
No tango, no tango.
I got to do better. But I did not say talk American.
I love it. Well, Jackson is immersed into Spanish this year, so we got to make sure he's speaking it at home with us. Make sure we at least get one
Facts.
language under our belt.
You want to speak
I
Spanish?
feel like I'm doing myself and my family this service.
You're not speaking Spanish to me. You right.
Right.
It's a love language.
I'll learn a couple choice phrases.
Like what?
We'll save it for the after
Save that for your bedroom.
How does one say gawk gawk 5,000 in Spanish.
Josh?
Shut up.
Nah, she lost me, man. You lost me, King. It's not my conversation, bro.
5,000. My moment of truth is ditch the tramp stamp and get you a passport stamp. How about that? That's where the true wealth is. You know what I'm saying? In memories and building memories. And it will overall, I think, make you a more kind, compassionate human when you can see how other people live.
My other one was travel will help you start developing more gratitude.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Look at you, the wealth of moments
and humanity
of truth today.
Travel, develop your humanity, man. Travel, meet people, see different walks of life, see how people
see how people live and
don't tell them
interact.
that part. That shit's blowing my mind.
I know it is. Be sure to find us on Patreon if you have not subscribed yet. That's where you can get exclusive Ellis family content as well as the Ellis Ever After show. And you can find us on social media at Ellis Ever After on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Khadeen.
I am Devale.
I'm _Matt.Ellis. Before Josh goes, let me say this real quick because my mother found a podcast. Thank you, Ma, for introducing me to travel.
Oh, good job. Shout out to Edna.
And I'm Joshua Dwayne. Dwayne.
I hope you know.
I'm Tribs the Cool at TRIBBZ the Cool on everything.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe.
And
what up, Miss Edna?
Baby.
Cut.
Ellis Ever After is an iHeartMedia podcast. It's hosted by Khadeen and Devale Ellis. It's produced by Tribble. Video production by Joshua Dwayne and Matthew Ellis. Video editing by LaShawn Rowe.